How's everybody doing today? I hate agar. It's a necessity. Do you find yourself stuck at here, but you want to attain here? We're going to go about how to do that. So, when you first get your mushrooms in, you're going to get yourself a spore slurry, or whatever you want to do. So we'll call this one MS. This is number 1. Can't forget that, okay? You're going to have a lot of little clusters like this after every time you go to grain. So you put your spores to grain, your grain comes to substrate, you're going to get a whole bunch of patchy spots like that, in my experience. So what do you do from that point? This is the importance of agar. You want to take this guy right here, and we're going to clone him, okay? I like to take my clone samples from down here at the bottom on the inner tissue, right there. Now, after we do that, we're going to put it to agar, and we're going to grow it out. So we'll put our little sample right there, and it's going to grow all these little lines, just like this. Now, when we're happy with that, we're going to put it to green. That's going to be number 2 from agar. Now, at that point in time, when we go to green, here's what I would expect something similar of that flush to look like. Now, you'll see a pattern here shortly. And what that pattern will be a whole bunch of increases. Alright, so that's your number 2 sample, right? So look, number 1 you had 3 of them with a big one. Number 2, you got 2 bigger ones with 3 in the back. Now at that point in time, what you're going to want to do is clone from here. The same thing. Clone inner sample or inner tissue. Same thing. Put it to agar. We're going to grow it out again. Now we're going to put this one to green, and we're going to put it to sub. What I would expect to see this time, and you'll notice the pattern that'll keep increasing as we do this. And it's a very noticeable pattern. It's very repeatable. I'm not going to keep drawing the rest of them out. We'll have more, but now you might see something like this, but you might get this. Well, actually, we'll do it right here. You might get one of these in the background, okay? You might get yourself a big boy. So at that point in time, we're going to clone that big boy. Same thing. I like to clone from down here. Now you can also pull from the sample from up on the cap. Now at this point in time, we're going to come back up here, and we're going to do back to agar. We're going to grow out our sample. That's going to be number 4. So now this is where it starts to get fun from what I'm finding out. So number 4, you tend to get a whole bunch of these, but your clusters are more spaced out. So you'll get like a cluster there, then you'll get one up here with your big clusters, and so on and so on. So now at number 4, again, we'll draw our little stem down here, take our sample. So now we're on number 4, okay? Alright, tabletop over here. Same thing. Go to agar. Boom. Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Now we're going to have a whole bunch bigger clusters. So we'll have them times like 6 times bigger, or 6 times more, because they'll be bigger and there'll be more clusters. Now, since we're on number 5, what I like to do at this point is take a spore print from whatever one I'm cloning. So say we're cloning this big boy here, right? Again, we're going to be cloning from down here. Snip it, take a spore print. at that point in time, you can grow from those spores and repeat the process, and you'll realize that your flushes will be healthier. Now at this, since we're on number 5, we're still good to clone. So if we clone number 5, I would expect to find the pattern on so more, and so on and so on and so on, until we get to a point with our clones that we get to about here. Now after you do this so many times, you'll start getting weird things happen. You might get a flush where it looks like this, and then your next one you might only get like a quarter of it, if that. You want to make, the reason I start taking my spore print around number 5 is because I'll clone it until I go backwards in time. Once I go backwards in time, I know it's spore print that I'm going to work with my genetics on, and it's going to start saving me a whole lot of headache and a whole lot more time, because the genetics from that pick are going to be healthier. Well, I hope you appreciated this little field lesson. It's beautiful outside. Go outside. Enjoy the fresh air. Just stay 6 feet away from everybody. Hopefully everybody has a trippy ass Easter. I appreciate your time.